Fernando Tatis just getting absolutely paid. And, he gets 14-year contract. He's 22 right now, Sam. He's not going to be a free agent until he's 36 at this point. It's the third highest value contract in MLB history. And it's for a guy who's had, 1.5 good seasons? I think he came up the year before.
He must really like San Diego if he wants to stay there for 14 years. I mean, I would like what they're doing, too. They have quite the team they've built around him over the past couple of months. So, I mean, not the worst idea to stay there for 14 years, get $300 million.
$340 million.
Yeah, $340.
That's not bad at all.
I would not mind.
Some call him the LeBron James of shortstops, from what I'm hearing.
I've often heard that, actually.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Really? You've never heard that, Blake, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I saw it come across my...
No, we can't compare. I don't like LeBron. We can't compare him to LeBron.
You don't like LeBron?
I can't stand him.
How do you not like LeBron James?
How do we don't have enough time. We really don't have enough time for that. If we want to touch on our other topics today, we really don't have enough time for LeBron.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Well, obviously, you're talking about a guy not going to be a free agent until he's 36. So is this basically just a lifetime contract for him at this point?
I mean, pretty much. Most baseball players, especially infielders and a shortstop in particular, is probably going to drop off around 35, 36. So, I mean, yeah, you might as well hit your big payday now while you can. I would argue he probably could have got this same deal 3 years down the line and negotiated something shorter term and made more money.
Yeah, I agree.
Overall in his career, but
this doesn't even put him in top 11 paid players in the league.
If
it doesn't, huh?
No.
Wow.
But
31
who's
million.
funding this stuff?
Well, it's 31 million is to get into the top 10, and he's going to get paid an average of 25.
Yeah,
which is still nuts for his age.
For a guy, yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I'd take it.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely take this money. But I guess true. He also has only had 1.5.
Well, I mean, he's a young guy.
years.
To say he has a lot to prove, I guess, is somewhat true. I mean, there's no rings to his name, there's no titles, but he hasn't had the support system around him. But I think now they've built like a super team almost.
Yeah,
that is true.
I think just
I would
maybe
love
one or
to
two
sign.
more offensive powers, and it's a lock.
Yeah, I would love to sign at a place that's going to prove that they're going to put players around me.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what San Diego did this offseason. They bring in Blake Snell. They bring in Yu Darvish. They already proved that they'll spend money with Machado and Hosmer. So why not stay there, right?
I agree. And I also think that the whole small market thing now, too, I think we can kind of squash on that. Like, if you have good players, you can afford to pay them, even if you're a small market owner. I mean, San Diego's not a big baseball market, and they're paying all the guys you just mentioned.
Absolutely.
I mean, Machado and Tatis Jr. I think they're both making over $300 million.
Correct. And I think we might have a little tease to the Machado contract, maybe on this day in sports history as well. But only contracts bigger in MLB history. Mike Trout, 12-year, $430 million deal. Mookie Betts, 12-year, $365 million deal. Only difference between these two, Tatis Jr., 5 years younger than both when both signed those deals. They were both 27.
Yeah, I think they took more of the route, like you said. You could have got that same deal for a little less time, a couple years down the road. I think, but I mean, like we said, if you think it's the right fit and you see a team being built around you, why not take $341 million?
Sure, how old is Tatis Jr.? He's
22.
22. It's pretty hard to turn down $340 million when you've only really proven yourself for one season. From his perspective, he's got to think, well, what if I suck next year?